So come on back to child's pose, knees wide, feet together, and maybe you can take your knees a little wider than usual so you can really sink down, belly, chest, head, right down to center. Let your arms reach out in front of you and place your forehead on the ground. And I just want you to breathe there, feeling the breath fill up in the belly, in the lungs, in the head. And then empty out your breath in a nice slow rhythm. And I just want you to feel whatever sensations are showing up in the body. So maybe some tension through the ankles, through the feet, through the tops of the thighs, the quads, the hip flexors. Maybe there's tension or stiffness in the glutes. Or maybe even the arms feel tired as they're a little bit active as they reach overhead. Does it feel easy to breathe, or does it feel a little challenging today? Just check in with what you're working with. No right, no wrong. It just is. And then go ahead and look forward towards the top of your mat and stay as low as you can. The elbows are going to bend as you pull your chest forward and just slither all the way down to your belly. Take your feet as wide as your mat, so the tops of your feet are on the mat, but they're as wide as your mat. And then I want you to prop yourself up onto your elbows, onto your forearms, so your elbows are just as wide as your chest. Palms are flat on the ground, little Sphinx pose here. And press your rib cage forward, drag your palms and elbows back. Keep your chest lifted and your shoulders moving towards center of your spine. And then drop your chin to your collarbones. Breathe as deeply as you can. And then keep everything the same, but lift your head. Make sure you're pressing into your feet and activate the quads, lift the knees and the thighs up off the ground. Keep the feet pressing down. Press your pubic bone down into your mat. Keep all that nice and active. And then just look over your right shoulder. And move through center and look over your left shoulder. And then back through center, just really slow nod, yes. Just 2 or 3 times. And then lower back down onto your chest, slide your hands back below your shoulders, use your knees, press back into tabletop, and then come on up to downward dog. So you'll walk your feet in, they're hip width apart. Press into your hands, they're shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Press your heels down towards your mat. Even if they don't touch your mat, move downward with your heels. Push your inner thighs back. And think about tilting your pelvis so your tailbone moves closer to the sky, your butt bones move closer to the sky. And just breathe there. If you want to move, you can move. If you want stillness, be still. Good, walk your feet as wide as your mat and take a step forward so you're in a short, wide downward dog. And then press into your right hand like you're trying to lengthen your mat forward. Take your left hand to the front of your right ankle or shin and just twist as much as you can over to the right. Just looking underneath your left or your right arm like a little window. Replace the left hand, do the same thing over to the other side, right hand across the front of the shin or ankle, look under the left arm. And then come back to both hands on the ground, walk your feet in just like one little step in so the feet are hip width apart. And then walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Take your hands to the front of your shins, look up halfway, flat back, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold forward, hang out there. You can hold your feet, you can hold your elbows, you can move, you can be still. Get into a rhythm of breath, and then whatever movement serves that for you. And then we'll come up again, looking up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. And then come all the way up to stand, drive through the legs, reach your hands to the sky, palms together. Take your hands to your heart and down by your sides. On your inhale, reach upward. Hold on to your left wrist and lean over to the right. Big stretch through the left side of your body. Inhale, center, switch sides, grab your right wrist, lean to the left. Come on up, take your hands to your pelvis. So hands down the glutes, heels of your hands on the hips. And then press your hips forward, squeeze your shoulders together behind you, lift your chest. Maybe the head comes back, deep breath, a little bit in the knees. Exhale, fold forward. Good, halfway lift. Walk your hands forward, come up to plank pose. So hands forward, feet back, nice and long, nice and strong. Feet can be together or hip width apart. Push down into your hands, and then feel like you're moving your mat apart. So like you're trying to rip the mat in the center. Push your hands away from each other, big breath. Look forward, take the pubic bone towards your ribs, squeeze the waist in. Shoot to your tiptoes, and then pull your shoulders down your back as you bend your elbows, chaturanga. All the way to your belly. Cobra, tops of the feet down, roll the shoulders back, chest through. And then exhale to child's pose. Good, on your inhale, roll up to standing on your knees, reach your hands to the sky. And then take eagle arms, left arm underneath the right arm. Press your palms if you can. And then lift your elbows up as high as you can, keep your head on straight. Sit down onto your heels, tuck your elbows to your belly, and then round forward, breathe. Drop your face all the way to your biceps. On your inhale, release the arms, pop back up onto the high knee. Arms into cactus, elbows bent, squeeze the shoulders toward your spine. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Round your back, cat back. Drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, belly down, cow. One more, exhale, round. Inhale, cow. And then peel back, so sit towards your heels and then pop yourself back up. Hands to the sky, high knees. Right arm under left, eagle wrap your arms. Push your palms together. So if eagle wrap doesn't work, you can just press your left arm over to the right, holding your shoulder. Lift the elbows up away from your chest, keep your head on straight. And then lower to your heels, tuck your elbows to your belly, and round forward. Drop your face to your biceps. Good, release, back up onto high knees, arms into cactus, squeeze the shoulders back, big breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. This time we'll shift forward to tabletop and lift it into downward dog. Big breath. Look forward, bend your knees, step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. And then rise all the way up to stand, palms together to your heart and to your sides. Make sure your big toes are touching, your heels are a little bit apart. Hands down by your sides, take a deep breath in, palms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Good, exhale, plant your hands, step left foot, then right foot back, plank pose. Shoot forward, look forward a tiny bit, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, your choice. And then downward facing dog. Good, breathe there. Look forward, bend your knees, step, walk, or jump your feet up. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And we'll stand all the way up, hands to the sky, to your heart, and to your sides. Once again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, opposite foot starts, right foot comes back, left foot comes back, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog or your cobra. And exhale to your downward dog. Again, just breathe there. Steady the breath. Steady the body. Steady the brain. Look forward, bend your knees, step, walk, or jump your feet up. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way back up. Hands to heart, hands down by your sides. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, that's fierce pose, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot steps to the middle of your mat for pyramid pose. So little step back. Both legs are straight. Tuck your right hip back and plug your left thigh forward. Look forward and then fold down. As you fold, keep pressing into your right big toe mound and your left heel. You can walk your hands back. Try to fold your face to your right shin. Then hands back to the right foot on either side. Step your left foot all the way back. Runner's lunge, left hand down, right hand to the sky. Look up to your right thumb. Drop your right thigh and hip. Look down, drop your left knee, crescent V, both hands up to the sky, lift up. If cactus arms works for you, bend the elbows, pull the chest up. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Step your right foot back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Take it or leave it. Remember, it's up to you how much or how little you're up for today. Honor your energy. Downward dog. Take your right leg high to the sky. Point your toes, give it a little twirl. And then try to drive your left heel down to the mat. Bend your right knee, point it upward. Big stretch to the quads and flexors. Good, step your right foot all the way to your right thumb. Step your left foot up, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good, inhale, rise all the way up, palms together. Take your hands to your heart and down by your sides. Again, Utkatasana, fierce pose, bend your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Right foot to the middle of your mat, off to the right a little bit still. Pyramid pose, you're working towards 2 straight legs. Press into your left big toe and your right heel. And then plug your face down towards your left shin. Breathe. Think about rotating that left thigh, your front thigh. The inside seam of your pants pulls forward and the outer hip rolls back just a little. 2 more breaths. Good, back into your runner's lunge. Right foot steps all the way back. Right hand stays down, left hand to the sky, and then look at your left thumb. Squeeze the right side ribs over to the left inner thigh. Good, 1 more big breath. Make sure you're rolling that bottom shoulder, the right shoulder, outward, not towards your chest. Drop your back knee, look down to help, and then lift both hands up to the sky, crescent V lift. Again, if cactus arms works, we'll bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades towards your spine, open heart, big stretch through the chest. Hands to the mat, left foot steps back, plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale to your upward or your cobra. Exhale to your downward dog. Settle into your breath. Good, left leg goes high, point your toes, reach it up, twirl out the ankle. And sink your right heel back down to the mat. Pull your left heel towards your tush and try to squeeze your left knee upward. Good, big step left foot to the top of your mat, followed by the right foot, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. And we're coming all the way back up, hands to the sky. To your heart and to your sides. Again, chair pose, bend the knees, just a breath in. As you exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Step both feet to the back of your mat, plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog or cobra. And back into your downward dog. Just notice how everything is feeling so far. Notice if there's been a shift in your energy, more or less. And then notice if you can just observe that without judgment, without feeling that one's right or wrong, or good or bad. It just is. Either there is high energy or there is low energy. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and step the right foot all the way up to the right hand. I want you to drop the back foot flat and peel yourself up into warrior 1. So just a little alignment here. Take a look at your right foot. It's straight ahead. Your second toe should be pointing straight ahead. Your shin is straight up and down. Your right thigh bone looks like it's tracking over your second toe. We're going to push into the left outer foot and feel like you're rolling that left hip just a little bit forward along with the left side rib cage. Firm the back thigh. So imagine you're pushing your left thigh bone up into your hamstrings. And then take your hands to the sky, palms face each other, and drop your shoulders. Squeeze your palms all the way together if you can. Interlace your fingers. And then arch up. Start to look back and up if you can. Deep breath in. And then come straight through center And I want you to point your fingers to your back heel. Tuck yourself all the way down. Good, inhale, come up. As you rise, take the arms into cactus. Squeeze the shoulders together. And then hands back together. Point your fingers to the back heel. One more time, all the way up. Big breath. Squeeze the arms apart as you take cactus. And then hands back together. Point to your back heel. Good, take your left hand next to your right foot. Lift onto the back toes. Take your right hand to the sky, twist open. Drop your back knee, come up through center, crescent V. Keep your back toes curled under. Take your left arm underneath your right arm for eagle arms. Lift the elbows. And then lift your back knee and tuck yourself in as you drop the back heel for warrior one. Humble warrior eagle arms. Can you keep your eagle arms? Roll onto your right heel. Turn your toes to the long edge of your mat. Shuffle your feet so the toes are in the same line. And then continue folding forward. Can you take your right hand to your left shin and your left hand to your right shin? Biceps are crossed. Keep your head down. Good, uncross your arms, walk to the top of your mat, runner's lunge. And then pull yourself up to standing on your right leg, left knee into your chest. Left leg over right leg, eagle lengths. Left arm under right arm, eagle arms. Steady your breathing. Find one spot to look at so you keep your balance. Squeeze your thigh bones together. Release your arms and your legs. Fly the left leg back to warrior three. 2 breaths. Left toes point down. Drop your left foot to the back of your mat on your toes. And then stand up, 2 straight legs. Breathe in. Hands to the mat. Step your right foot back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Warrior downward dog. Good work. Breathe. Maybe noticing if the right side feels a little different than the left. Again, can you observe without judgment? We're going to step the left foot all the way up to the left thumb. Drop the back heel for warrior one legs. And then peel up, strong core, warrior one. Hands face each other. Same thing as before, just take a moment to align here. Observe your body. Left foot straight ahead. That second toe pointing straight ahead. Shin relatively perpendicular to the floor. Left thigh bone tracks over that second left toe. Right thigh pushes back. Right side hip, waist, and rib cage tries to turn a little forward. Hands up, breathe. You should feel like you're working here in both directions, pushing through the right leg, driving down through the left. Pull your palms together. Drop your arms if you need to do that. Charlie's Angels guns there, right? We've got the thumbs and index fingers extended. Lift up. As you exhale, lean forward, trace a straight line, point to your right heel, tuck your chest down. As you inhale, come all the way up, break the arms apart, cactus arms, lift your chest, hands back together, pull the palms through, point at your back foot. Good, inhale, back up, bend the elbows. Good, rise up, right hand to the floor, lift onto the ball of the right foot, left hand to the sky. Notice your right shoulder, and if you feel the arm bone and shoulder rolling towards the left knee, push it back and away. Look down, drop the right knee, crescent V, come up. Keep the back toes curled under. Take the right arm underneath the left arm, eagle wrap your arms, lift them up. And then lean forward, bump up off the right knee, drop the right heel, warrior one legs, and then drive down inside for humble warrior. Drop your head. Keep the arms pivot on the left foot, so the toes turn to the long edge of your mat. Toes in, heels out. You can pull your elbows up towards your waist. Good, right hand to left shin, left hand to right shin. Get your arms to cross high. Move your arms if they're choking you. Kind of try to find your own space. And breathe. Push the butt bones up and apart. Good, unravel the arms. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, runner's lunge. Good, dial down through the left foot. We're gonna rise up, bring the right leg forward into your chest. And then taking your time, find your balance, the stability there in that left leg. Start to bend the left knee, drop the right leg on top. You can put your toes on the ground, you can hug it in or wrap it around. And then the right arm underneath the left arm, eagle arms. Squeeze the inner upper thighs together. Unravel your arms and your legs, step the right foot back. You can be on the ball of the foot, reach up, hands to the mat. Left foot steps back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Let's find child's pose. Knees hit the mat, feet together, hips back to heels. Drop your head. And then go ahead and come on up to tabletop. And then come up onto your fingertips, round your back like cat pose. Use as much strength through your belly as you can. Drive down through the feet and then peel yourself all the way up to high knees. Take your hands to your pelvis. So the heels of your hands, the bottom of your palm, pressing right into the hip bones, right in the pelvis, right back there. And I want you to press the feet down, the hips forward. Before finding your back bend even, imagine your shoulder blades pinching towards each other, really expressing the chest. Lift the chest up towards your face, keep pushing the feet down, the shins down, the inner thighs back, and then take it to your expression. You can take your hands to your feet. You can keep your hands on your back. 3 more breaths. Take your hands back to your hips if they're on your feet. Guide yourself back up, and then take your hands to the mat. Round your back slow. Push your feet over to one side, sit back to the side of your feet, and come up to seated, just facing forward. We'll take stacked fire log here, so double pigeon. It's going to be the more advanced version. Otherwise, you're just going to find cross-legged. So we'll go left leg in first or on the bottom, and then right leg in front of the left or on top. So I would love to see your foot right up on top of the inner knee, and then the left foot right below the right knee. Your shins should feel like they're stacked. Flex the ankles. And then do everything you can to relax the glutes. Just make it a mind-body connection. Just tell yourself to relax the outer hips as well as the inner thighs. Close your eyes and breathe. If your legs are connected or very close, you can lean forward. Two more breaths. Very slowly, just start to lean back onto your hands. Put your feet on the ground, knees up, still wide feet. And just give yourself a little windshield wiper motion there. Switching sides when you're ready. So right leg in first on the bottom or closest to your pelvis. And then left leg in front or on top. Flex the ankles, stack them up as much as you can. Sit up tall. Relax the sides of your neck. Give them a little palpation if you need to. Touch your inner thighs, your outer hips to relax if they need a little reminder. You can be very hands-on on your own body, especially practicing at home. You don't get the assist, so you can be your own assist. And go ahead and slowly release again, leaning back, feet on the ground. Little windshield wiper motion again there. And then we'll take one nice release forward fold, and then we'll end up on our backs. So extend your legs forward out in front of you, feet together. Put your hands on the mat, lift your seat up if you can, and then just sit down so you're on your natural seat. Take your hands to the sky, lift up. Before folding, I want you to push your chest as far forward as you can. So all, nice and strong legs, nice and strong core. Just push your chest forward and then start to lower down. So folding once you're forward. You can hold on to your feet or the floor. Good, slowly rise up. As you rise, put your feet on the ground, scoot forward, lie down onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze. And just take your knees up over your hips and drop your knees over to the left. Now, once you drop your knees, you might push into your feet and your left shoulder and kind of tuck your hips over to the right. So you get a little more room. You feel like your hips are in line with your shoulders. You can look over the right arm. Then come on up, drop your knees over to the right. Again, you can rearrange the hips a little bit there. And then look over to the left. You can put your right hand on the legs to help kind of guide them down and feel rooted in the ground. And then back up onto your back. We will finish here just with a nice little meditation here in Shavasana. So tuck your shoulders underneath you, arms up towards, or palms up towards the sky. Relax the feet a little bit. Let the legs shake side to side. Let the legs kind of feel like jello. The hips start to sway. Maybe the belly moves. And then find that stillness there. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Just let your body surrender here to stillness. Let it move in its own natural way with the breath. Dropping into this non-doing in an effort to relax the body, let it restore, let it rest, heal. I'll bring you back in just a couple minutes. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath as you find movement through the breath. Just make bigger and bigger movements that feel natural to you as you come back. And I want you just to take your own path to seated. So you can rock forward, you can roll over, you can stay down as long as you want. We are going to end class here. You can take your hands to your heart or on your legs. Hold space for something that you're grateful for. Hold space for the gratitude of time that you were given today or that you've made to show up to yourself. Gratitude for technology, for providing a way to show up. Thank you so much for letting me be your guide today. From my heart to yours, namaste.